Right, so I'm going to walk you through how George was able to get beach body lean and lose 12 kilos in the program. So just to start off, before George actually move this thing out of the way, how do I do that? There we go. So before George actually got started, the main things he was feeling was frustrated because he was seeing a lack of progress, even though he was showing up to the gym, pushing really hard, trying all these diets. He felt like he was just grinding, but not really getting anywhere with his results. He said he felt a lack of confidence due to the sort of love handles, like the fat around the waist, which most guys, right, fat around the waist, fat around the chest, those things didn't make him feel great with his top off. And again, it's not that he didn't want to have his top off, but he would rather not do it. And he didn't feel like he could achieve a next level result because he'd always got to this certain level where he'd hit this glass ceiling, he'd never go beyond that with his fat loss. So these are the biggest things that he found that he was kind of struggling with. And what he was trying to do to overcome this was training 5 to 6 days a week, trying to do more to lose fat. So many guys do this, right? They think, right, let's just train like a bodybuilder, let's do chest day, arm day, back day, shoulder day, leg day. They spread it out. But the thing is, it's so tough to do because like George, where he was up and down the country, busy working 9, 10, 11 hour days, you struggle to find a time. So what happens is sometimes you miss some of these sessions, sometimes you get all of them, but the progress he was making, again, it wasn't that much. And the biggest thing he struggled with was mainly the diet, to be honest. Like training, he kind of was okay with it. It's the diet that really tripped him up. So he would find that he would jump on a diet for 2 weeks, and then after 1 or 2 weeks, he just fall back. He said accountability was the main thing. But actually, when we looked a little bit deeper, he was restricting his calories quite a bit because he thought, right, if I need to be in a calorie deficit, let's just cut back the food I eat. He cut out foods he enjoys. Sometimes he cut out carbs, and he felt that's what he had to do, but actually that's not the case. And he just kept repeating the cycle where he'd jump on a diet, be motivated to get lean, and then he would fall off like one weekend or one meal or something like that, go back to square one, and then he just found himself waiting again for a long time until he started again and repeating the cycle, basically just spinning his wheels and going around in circles. And obviously just eating healthy with no specific structure, no calories tracked, no targets he was aiming for. This is why he wasn't really getting anywhere. So that's kind of the old way. So many people do this, right? They go over the top of everything. They think, right, I want to get lean, so they just smash the diet as hard as possible, restrict, cut things out they enjoy, maybe cut out their social life, which is just unrealistic to do. They train 5 to 6 days a week. They throw in loads of cardio on top of that as well because they think, right, if I do more cardio, I'm just naturally going to lose more fat. But a lot of the time, most guys end up doing this and actually holds them back because they get so hungry. They end up eating back the calories that they burn off anyway, which isn't even that much to start with in the first place. And then cutting out their social life, which again, finding it tough when you've got these work meetings, these work meals, and we're even just going out with a partner and having a drink and a meal. When you cut that enjoyment out, it makes a diet so much harder to stick to over the long term. So this is how he was doing it and how most guys do it as well. So what we focused on was a new way of doing things. So just 3 targeted muscle building workouts per week to get stronger, build muscle, and overall change his physique as we're losing the body fat. Why is this good? Because one, it's enough for him to train, to progress, and actually it's more manageable. If you do 5 to 6 days a week like he was, but then you miss a session, you get pissed off, and it makes you feel like you're failing, but actually 3 is enough. Gives him enough time to recover between those sessions, and it's just realistic that he could do that every single week and always feel like he's succeeding. The next thing we did was the main thing, bring in a specific structure for his nutrition, get him eating 3 to 4 meals a day. Every day had targets of his nutrition in terms of calories, protein, and we made sure there were meals that he enjoyed but were quick and easy to cook when he's busy. He didn't have to think about so many different like extravagant sort of recipes. We just made it really simple. Nothing has to be like Gordon Ramsay when you're getting in shape. Like you can make nice, easy, simple, quick meals to help you move forwards. That's exactly what we did with him. And then on top of that, the main thing he needed was accountability. So supporting him every week. We checked in once a week with his data. We looked at his metrics. We see where he was falling off and where he was moving forwards. And then we made the adjustments we needed to the plan so that he can keep moving forwards. And most importantly, giving him the accountability. So we know, right, if I'm looking over his shoulder every week or every day, then he knows, right, I need to make sure I get shit done here and I don't just slack off a little bit. And that's what was going to help him get past his previous best and actually stick to the diet long term. And then the last part was we actually made sure the plan aligned to his lifestyle. Like I said, he's super, super busy. So us saying, go do 6 days of cardio a week, go do 15 to 20,000 steps a day, eat barely any food, where so much to the point where like you're starving, you're hungry all the time and you can't focus at work. Like, this is not going to align with his lifestyle. He wanted a plan that was like realistic for him to follow. Obviously it's going to still be difficult, but like realistic for him to follow, and something he actually could see himself following too. So we didn't like overhaul and completely change his lifestyle. We just made a few small tweaks to get the needle moving with his fat loss. And here's a quick example of his workouts, right? He'd gone from doing 5 to 6 days a week, like bodybuilding stuff. Like, we're still building muscle in his physique here. This was like phase 1, where literally 6 exercises per session. You're going to see his progress again in a minute, but like 6 exercises per session. He was in the gym for literally like sometimes 35 to 45 minutes, 3 days a week, less than 3 hours a week of weight training, and he was still building muscle. His measurements were going up, and he was still building his physique at the same time. This is exactly how we kind of run this with the majority of our clients. We're obviously just tweaking it to them, their gym layout, and obviously their training history and stuff as well. So the main results that we got off the back of this: 12 kilos, literally 2 stone down in body fat. His abs were on show. He said he'd never really seen his abs like that before. So his abs were on show for the first time. Because of that, he was confident to take his top off on holiday in Ibiza and for the rest of the summer as well, which is something he'd never really felt before. And then feeling like he can achieve anything in life, because when you've got this newfound level of confidence, control and discipline, like that just transcends into his job, his relationships and things like that as well, and ultimately help him level up in life in every single area, because his body has been the thing he's focused on the most. And what we're focusing on now, we've done for the last few months, is basically phase 4 of our program, which is the muscle building phase. So we've started off priming his body, then we conditioned him by losing the body fat, then we got him out of the diet nice and safely for about a month or 2, and now we're in a surplus, we're building muscle, we're going the opposite way, trying to like take him to the next level so we can cut down again for the summer, and bring his next best physique to it as well, because that's what he's really, really focused and excited for at the moment. So that is George's next goals and focus. And if you are looking to also achieve the same, you want to get summer body lean, then the work has to start now. Like, you can't achieve a result like George's by doing it in like 3 or 4 weeks. Like, that took 10 weeks, and that's on the quicker side of things because he had support, because he was motivated, and because I pushed him really hard to hold him accountable. But like, you don't be that guy that leaves it too late. When you get towards the summer, you crash diet yourself like George used to do. You don't really actually achieve the result you want. You fall off, and then you go on holiday. You don't look as good as you know you could. You're not as confident as you know you could be. You never hit that level, and then you rebound after, or you rebound on the holiday. You get back, and you're back at square one, right? Make this the year that you actually do things properly. You get support, and you achieve the result you wanted to. Because honestly, you don't need to work harder. This isn't about doing more. It's like with George, you can see it's about doing less but doing better. Like, what we will do is help you understand where you're currently going wrong, make some small tweaks to your lifestyle, and get you moving at a quick pace that you've never done before, and actually achieving like that level which you've always wanted to achieve. You never saw yourself kind of doing it, because again, you've never got there yourself. If that's something that you want to achieve and feel fucking amazing on the beach this summer, then just message me on Instagram, the word info, send over a quick document. We can have a little bit of a chat just to see if it is the right fit, and it'll go through the details on the program, the ins and outs, everything in terms of like price, how it works, and the setup process and stuff like that. So if that's something you're interested in, like I said, just message me on Instagram, then we can have a chat from there.